Full wide. Roger.
Very cool. This is an awesome thing to witness. What are you? I like the idea of C-Pan. There's a Protoptilla. Maybe it's that.
All right.
That's good. Oh, perfect. Precision.
Nice.
Okay, I got a mosey here, and
Where are we going with this one?
I'm not sure yet. Where are we going with this one?
Foxtrot.
Foxtrot.
Mm-hmm.
So starboard side.
Yes.
So let me get to the right spot with Argus first, and then we'll stick it in there. Could you give me bubble on whatever the spot? Thank you. And you can switch my camera too. Camera 8.
Yeah.
So do you want to zoom on this before I...
Oh, we have good images. We don't have to.
Oh, right, because we imaged it before
Yeah.
picking it up. Could you come up on your delta? I want to get away from this tangly rock with the tether. This would be really fun flying. I can't wait to actually...
You need lasers on it at all?
Hmm?
You need to get a measurement at all?
We had lasers
Oh.
on it when we. I think it's a Helipteris.
Okay, I think I'm good to go here. Let's see. I'm gonna do this one.
So if you're watching on the quad, we'll put the view around the right side of the vehicle, the starboard side,
Okay,
where the bio box is. So you can watch from channel 1, the arm pivot around.
And stand by on
then
opening it. I'm
pick it
gonna
up on the quad.
do some last
is the
minute
next
stuff
look.
before we get into that. Okay, you're good to open it. A little bit more. It's very floaty. Okay, you're good to close it. What'd you see?
He's standing straight up.
Perfect. It knows its orientation.
Reset to home position. Nice work, team. Good sample.
Close. I can turn that one on. And then I can move around. Can I get front porch, please?
Yep.
Height of yours in Heddlesburg, Sonoma County,
Okay.
California. Thanks for exploring with us. Being here tuned in late. Also, hi to folks in New Zealand, Australia, Netherlands, Germany, Turkey, Australia.
Okay, Wayne, I'm good for regular wide now. Oh, that's a rock.
Romania, Norway, Luxembourg, Japan, Italy, Israel, UK, Barbados, Estonia, Spain, Finland. Super cool to have you all on the seafloor with us. Welcome to the Pacific
What's
Remote
our
Islands
bearing?
Marine National Monument.
215. Could you line me up with 215, please?
Somebody's mic's bouncing against their shirt or something.
Shirt bounce.
Shirt bounce. The old shirt bounce.
Classic case of shirt bounce.
It'll get you every time.
Say 215 or 205?
215. It's too bad I had to zip across that part. That would have been really fun to fly through. All the big boulders and the nothing super tangly, but enough that you could get some images. Instead, I get sand.
Little tangly bits. It's a great description.
Tangly bit free right here.
So Trevor, I got some feedback from our live interaction, and Trevor and I got to talk with a group of teachers at a professional development, and a group of physics teachers actually, and share with them some of the Nautilus connections to the subjects they teach.
They had some good questions too.
They had some really good ones. And I guess when you said that it gets kind of squeezy down there, somebody was like, is he Canadian?
Is that a Canadian slang?
I don't know.
Squeezy?
That's what I want to know. Is if that, like, the fact that somebody connected the dots, I was like, squeezy would not be the tip-off for me.
That would not be.
But yeah, the tangly bits and the squeezy bits, like, makes me laugh now.
That's really funny.
I was like, I would have gone with, like, I don't know.
I mean, they're right. I don't really understand how, but
Yeah. Maybe they were just, you know, summoning the information from the universe, and that was the moment that it came to them. Yeah, Trevor did a great job.
thanks, Megan. You did a great job too.
Thank you. Everyone's doing a great job.
Is there a Canadian accent?
There are many Canadian
Oh, yes,
accents.
there are.
Is there a Canadian accent? Can you not hear mine?
I
You
don't
have to
think
say
so.
out. Out?
Has anyone ever watched Wayne's World?
Yeah, there's lots of
Like,
Canadian
take off,
accents.
That's a little more of an Ontario sort of.
As if.
I mean, Mike's is a Canadian accent as well.
He's not Irish?
Not. Or Scottish.
That sweater really throws you off.
It's the sweater.
Do we want to zoom in?
I love that sweater.
Sure. We can zoom in on this thing. What are you, little lumpus?
What were you?
What were
Looks
you?
like a spicule bundle that used to anchor a sponge down.
It's like a little fairy house.
It's a tuft of hair.
Seems to
Okay, coming
heel
wide.
a little
Alright.
to port. Yeah, good question, viewer. As we are not too deep to see sharks. We have seen some cat sharks already, and we could see six-gill sharks. We could see all kinds of things. Anything is possible when we least expect it.
What depth do they go to? 6-gill sharks?
What depth do six-gill sharks go to? I don't know,
Good question.
Thermax. Good question.
What's this little floaty? Is this
Let me
a
see
fish?
if I can find any information about what their depths are.
Wait, could you zoom in on this real close thing? Real close,
Yep.
clear looking thing?
I see it.
The good luck on focusing thing?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Whoa.
I
Swims.
see
Like
him.
an arrow worm or something?
Yeah, like an arrow worm, Keetonath or something.
Ooh,
Whoa,
where are you at?
Yeah, it's actually better if he's in dark background.
Yeah.
So
And not in the wash.
use your thruster.
Push him up.
Oh, I'm full
he's gone.
wide. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, Wayne, can you focus and zoom in on that?
Yeah.
Keep it centered.
Oh, this is a viewer who's been following along with some storylines. Did we get a new toaster? We have a very healthy, robust toaster on board.
We have a scoop
the new
toaster now.
toaster
It
is
is
awesome.
great. It's got a cookie warmer and a bun toaster.
Cookie warmer?
And it
You gotta
stays
show
me
down
what I
on the
discovered.
first time.
Oh man! So you know when you press the thing down and toast your toast, if you press the thing down on the other side of the toaster, it flips up the cookie warmer.
Yeah.
What?
Oh yeah, I am not messing.
It is a brave new world, you guys. You
Mind
just blew
blown.
the back row of
I'll be back in
mine.
Back
15
rows.
minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, see you soon.
yeah. Bye.
Time for a cookie break.
Carry on without me.
Is that a fish or what is that thing? It's just a... No,
The
it's
fluffy
a-
bit?
Yeah, okay.
It's
think
making a
it's another
shadow.
one
I
of those
think it's
goatees.
stationary.
Oh, okay.
This guy?
Yeah, it's another hair tuft.
Yeah.
Okay.
Toupee.
Is that a cookie in the distance?
Yeah. Is that a new toaster in the distance?
Oh, the toaster is deluxe.
Oh, yeah. It doesn't burn toast.
Is it 120 or
stays
220?
down. It's 220.
Okay. Where did we get it?
220, the appliance store.
220appliancesorus.org.
Houston was the best place to get 220 appliances. Warehouses of them.
Houston,
In
Texas.
Europe?
Yes.
Oh.
When
Wow.
we were there, we outfitted the ship with all kinds of new appliances. There's so many ships from all over the world that come in and out of Galveston and the Gulf of Mexico ports and the oil field. So instead of struggling to find 220 appliances, it's a whole warehouse.
Somebody found
Yeah,
a
with
market
disdain.
to satisfy.
Will the toaster cook one cookie at a time?
If you want.
So you can take raw cookie dough, plop it on it?
Oh,
Oh,
would
no,
it
it's
cook
not.
it?
It's for heating the cookie, not for
Yeah.
not for
Rewarming.
rewarming the cookie. Melting the chocolate while still keeping a crisp outer exterior.
Crisp, but not on fire.
Would you call it a crispy crust?
I call it a different type of crispy crust.
Have you ever done seared chocolate chip cookies?
What?
What, where the cookie dough is still raw in the center?
Yeah, you do it on a griddle, a hot griddle, and you just whack it on one side and get it nice and crunchy, and then flip it over, whack it on the other.
Wow,
So
I have
it's-
not
I
done
really
that.
thought you were going to involve a blowtorch.
Ooh,
Creme brulee
tiger
style?
no, but that might be good. Do we have a blowtorch?
There's a fish.
Do
there's
we
something.
have
Nope,
a blow
no fire on board.
Yeah. 6-gill sharks have been sighted down to 2,200 meters. 2,500 meters. Sorry, I misread. But there are also blunt-nosed 6-gill sharks do diurnal migration, so they'll move up and down in the top kind of 500 meters, I guess, off the coast of Hawaii. That's well known. Found an excellent blog on Okeanos Explorer's website, oceanexplorer.noaa.gov, written by Mark Royer, a friend
Cliff.
of mine, a grad student at
Couple nice coral
Hawaii
here.
Institute of Marine Biology. So go check that out if you're interested in more.
I wonder what that little micro occlusion is 35 meters on Argus sonar.
Yeah. Something we need to worry about.
But there's something right behind it, so it may be another little snow fort. It's gone. Snow fort.
Snowport. It's no
It's
more.
Probably just one of those rocks.
Oh, my.
Oh yeah, it could be.
Does it help if I make Muppet faces when I make
No.
puns? Come on.
What did you say?
Like,
Sorry, I missed
I-
it.
She said it's no more.
No more. Yes.
And I gave her the look.
And then I made a Muppet face, like, ah.
The
We're
look you
warming up.
give, Wayne, makes me want to make more puns.
Oh, yeah.
It like is so satisfying
It's like when somebody doesn't like a nickname. It's like,
that
oh,
it just
it's
sticks.
stuck.
It is permanent, yeah.
There's a nice sponge here.
Looks like a
And
monolith.
corals.
Yeah. It looks like one of those signal towers that's on Baker and Howland.
Yeah,
Yeah. Baker and Howland, right?
You
Did
zoom
I
in on the
remember
signal
that
tower.
one?
Baker and Howland.
Yes. I'll
Oh,
pay
yeah.
Zoom in,
attention.
please.
Oh, zooming.
Little area to Gorgia in the back.
Whoop,
All
whoop.
Susicle.
Wow.
Pretty sponge.
We're really close.
We were removing an oil rig once, and the boat came too close and knocked the whole thing over.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Where
Knocked
was
the
that?
oil rig over?
Yeah, I mean, it was one of the single caisson ones, and they had already blown the base. And they were going to go pick it up and came in too close and knocked the whole thing.
What happened to it? Did it just tip over in shallow water, deep water?
Deep water.
Oh no.
Died. Supposed to be a removal operation that then took a lot longer.
Ugh. Where was this?
Gulf of Mexico.
Wow.
Hey Wayne, do you have a bet going to see how many times you can get me to say bump in a shift?
You guys remember that like 90s toy? Bump it.
Bump it.
Twist it.
Bop it.
Oh man,
Bop
they came
it.
out with a new
Do,
one and
do,
it's
do, 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 do.
fantastic.
Crunch it. Lick it. Bop it.
Oh,
Pass it. Lick
no.
it. Pass it. Lick it. Oh, no.
This tavern gets plague.
The new one, apparently you win when you get to 100.
Oh,
That's
sweet.
boring.
Which, yeah, you're just like, well, what?
That's
No, like
Supposed to
our
just keep
our whole
going.
childhood was built on like it's 40 minutes later if you mess up. Boop 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 boop.
The fish in Argus.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Come back. Wilson.
What you got going on there?
trying to get to the. I don't know what I did. Oh.
Nice.
I was on.
Oh, weird.
Shit.
Does that change your presets?
It wasn't letting me do the preset. So I don't know.
Cool. I don't know if I knew that feature.
So I'm trying to see if that urchin trail is a figure of some type.
It does look like a petroglyph, doesn't it?
Like
A stick figure kind of thing.
Nazca lines.
like a
Yeah.
corpuscelli or something. I don't know.
So cool. Cool question. What would the procedure be if we found a sunken ship? Unexpected archaeology totally happens. We have discovered several things unexpectedly on our missions, but exploration around bits of history are also, highly regulated. And so we would do just a visual inspection. We don't collect or disturb anything from shipwrecks without very explicit permits to do so, particularly because we are within a protected area. So some of the justification for how you create monuments and or national marine sanctuaries are to protect not only natural resources but historical resources. So if you're interested in this kind of work, stay tuned with the rest of our season, because the next expedition after ours is going to be the
You're done
search
with
for
bubble?
the Samoan Clipper.
Done with that?
Oh yeah.
Thank you.
And that is going to be a really cool expedition.
That is going to be a cool and challenging expedition.
Yeah, it's going to be.
Look at this. This is really cool.
Mm-hmm.
Palmyra Atoll, where we're just, what are we, south of Palmyra right now?
Yep.
There's a story that there's buried treasure on one of the islands, home island. So Palmyra Atoll is a National Wildlife Refuge, was privately owned for a very long time, century or more. And the Nature Conservancy bought it in 2001 and then sold it to the 2000 sold it to the government in 2001. But the family that owned it kept one island called Home Island, and that's the island that the treasure is supposedly buried on.
Looks
Wow.
like there's an enemy underneath that rock there.
Oh, yeah. And
That's a
tunic kit.
great mystery story. Mm.
Ooh, a lot of stuff on that rock.
Yeah.
They like this little spot. Crinoids and
Yeah, what a cool feature. That one looks like an M. That's my name.
For
Gorgeous.
scale, how tall does that little ledge look? About a foot?
That's what
It's
I
got to be
feel
a little
like
bit more
I'd
than
be-
that. I'd say closer to a meter.
The craft
I
comp dropped
don't-
a little.
Yeah, maybe a little less.
0.2.
Not in height?
Oh,
Oh,
the overhang.
Oh, yeah.
oh, and here's a nice little ramp. Very nice.
Yeah,
This is
the
cool. and
overhang
looks
was
like-
definitely a meter, but
Yeah.
the height I think was closer
Yeah.
to
So 3.5 to 3.3.
a foot.
Looks like a little
Yeah.
stage. It just looks like
Yeah, it's
Look
going
at
down.
that.
Yeah. Yes.
little pukas under there tucked back. That's awesome. I just love it. Like, we just keep finding totally unique shapes.
High voltage comp also rising.
If you want to learn more about any of the expeditions coming up,
No.
you can check
No.
out the expedition tab on Nautilus Live. Open that up in another tab, and there are short summaries about everything that we're up to this year. So Nautilus will be down in Samoa,
Second
searching for the
for
Samoan
me.
Clipper, and then doing an expedition with the National Marine Sanctuary of American Samoa. Then returning back up through Prim.
Can
This
we
way,
zoom
yep.
in on that stalk?
Yeah.
Another tiny fish in the distance.
Yeah.
This one's still full. That's the only one we can't read, so it's still looking great.
Yeah,
So
it looks like it's
I'm not
attached to
concerned.
the base of the.
Trevor, we have a
think
Zoom
it's,
request
Zoom request on what? Sorry?
on this
that
tall
stalk,
one that
I
we're about to
just wanna
pass.
The
see.
tall one. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, zooming in.
And I'll keep lining it up.
Well, it's a crab or something in the next ravine.
Ooh.
Let me get that zoom. It's close.
Sorry, I'm really bouncy. That was poor execution.
All right. We can work with it.
That was awful. Come wide. I'll do that again.
All right. If you might.
Come
Ooh,
wide,
there's
please.
something
wide.
neat in there.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Crack.
There's something neat in the next ravine.
Oh, I see
Yeah.
it. On the underside.
All right,
Okay,
I-
zooming in.
'kay.
And let me get a good focus. All right. And I can
Let me know when
keep
you
it
got it, Suna, and I'll move
Yep,
on to the ravine.
Yep.
We're good. You can continue.
Okay,
Thank you.
come wide.
Coming wide.
Don't know
Okay,
what it is.
Right. But
Yeah, I couldn't tell
they
either.
wanted to see.
Ooh, that
Yeah,
one
what is
right
that
there.
Oh, I
like?
see it
just
there. Yeah, yeah.
beyond.
Just below the lasers.
Yeah, go ahead and zoom.
Zooming in.
My lighting's not going to be great there because of the overhang, but
What the heck? Mushroom? Looks like something crushed a crab.
Or
What
it's
is it?
eating. Is it feeding?
Oh my
it's
gosh, it is a crab.
camouflage.
It's a decorator. It's one of the
decorator.
decorators with it.
cool.
So cool.
What's on top of it? A mushroom? Where are you going?
Where are you going? What a decoration.
Yeah, wow.
He's trying to get into the lighting where it can get a better
Where we
selfie.
can get it, yeah, where we can get a glamour
Selfie.
shot of it.
Okay, come wide, please. I
That's
gotta
so
move.
away.
cool.
That was pretty cool. That was.
How tough do you think these little overhangs are? You think you could break it off with a nip?
I don't know. They might be a little fragile.
There's a purple
This is-
cucumber.
Cool terrain.
That's huge.
Mm-hmm.
Is it still considered terrain if it's subsea?
Yeah.
Moraine.
Marbury.
Curly Q.
We'll go with it. Yeah, ready to gorge you there. So the tracks could be a variety of things. Either they could be sand ripples, but the ones that you see that don't match the pattern and kind of wander about, they could be things like urchins, or they could be crabs, they could be sea cucumber tracks. Lots of creatures down here churning up this soft sediment. Probably lots of, gosh, just lots of marine snow, lots of pteropod shells.
Back to the snow fort.
Yeah. Yeah, this one's less of a good defense base in a snowball fight. Little more sloping, a little less protected.
What?
Water sample?
Within the coral or away? Yeah, I mean, are we still doing those? No? Okay.
So here we wanted a Niskin.
Soon, I think you're off SPL. if you
I
need to be.
know.
Oh,
We're
okay.
just thinking if that's enough corals. If it's worth to take a Niskin from here. Maybe not.
There's quite a few different species.
Yeah, it could be interesting.
We do only have probably 4 more hours of bottom time and 5 more Niskins. So totally.
We won't be taking more than 4, but
So I heard that. I thought that was 4 per dive, but if we didn't use them, they carry over. Is that true?
no, it's about the filters we have on board right now.
Right. So if we don't use them on the previous dive, which I think we only used 2 on a previous dive, then we can get 6 on this dive, right? Or am I misunderstanding?
I'm not sure about that.
Yeah, I'm not sure what the...
I'm also not sure about the priority areas.
Sure, totally.
I don't know, this is one of the most diverse we've seen,
Yeah.
so it seems like might as well if we
Yeah.
want to get samples.
Go
Go
this
ahead,
would be
let's
a
just
good
go
one.
fire one then.
Basically, I'm trying to talk you into taking one.
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's do it. Did I hear
Yeah.
that? Okay. I'll put the vehicle port side just over top of these ones. Is that kind of appropriate?
Front row science.
Teamwork.
And welcome to the halfway point of the shift.
Yeah.
Are you
What-
watching the clock, Wayne?
22 hours on the seafloor, or 22 hours into this dive.
A vertical mile transited.
Nice. That's a good fun fact. To answer a couple
I think
questions,
you can
I'll
line it up so we
get
can
set
see the Niskins in Argus view.
We have climbed out of the Grand Canyon.
Yeah, that's awesome. But up the side of a mountain.
Full wide.
Roger. Wayne, could you on Argus zoom in, please?
Zooming in with...
Might be able to see a Niskin get triggered from Argus view.
Ooh, that'd be cool.
Oh, it's uniquely steady.
Yeah, nice shot. So a Niskin bottle is a water sample. It's you can think about it just like an open tube, and then when Trevor pulls this trigger, it's going to release sort of a tensioned or a
So now I'm going to go for 8.
Okay.
spring-loaded cap onto both the top and the bottom. You can see that on the quad, just there, snap. Nice.
Okay. Niskin taken.
So water
Thanks.
normally flows all the way through the Niskin bottles, and then when we're ready to take a sample, it just captures the water that's right in there at the time. So at the start of the dive, the top and bottom of each canister are held open, triggered open.
Wide on Argus.
So now I got sample 54.
Correct.
So just one of the suite of sediment sample or types of samples we can take. We do take sediment samples also. We just it's not a priority on these dives. We can take push cores
Bumping in.
as a way to look at sediment, stratigraphy or sediment layers, but not part of our sampling plan here.
Did we get a Argus shot of the Niskin?
I didn't really see
Medium?
it. But
It's pretty dark, so maybe not.
We were kind of moving
Got
up
a
and
nice
down.
zoom.
We didn't have a good focus.
Good zooms just look cool.
Mm-hmm.
You want me to zoom?
Sorry, no, I'm just saying it was cool to be zoomed in on Argus.
Oh, yeah.
For that.
Yeah, it was very unique that Argus didn't have much motion.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right, I'll get back over into the where I'm supposed to be,
Snowport.
out of the rhubarb.
Yeah. So our ROVs, this configuration can dive as deep as 4,000 meters, 40 football fields, 13,000 feet, however you like to measure.
Some fish dead ahead. Looks
Nice.
hella sore.
Go ahead and zoom. Pretty far away.
Okay.
And an Umbellula sea pen there.
Wow.
So the RVs can dive to 4,000 meters in this configuration. We started this dive at 3,200 meters and have climbed way up the seamount. Argus alone, which we sometimes dive in that configuration for engineering test dives, can dive deeper, or is the standard kit is equipped to dive deeper, but some of the sensors and samplers, or not samplers, on board are 4,000 meter or more depth rated. Basically, you know, I think sometimes we think of ROVs as a thing, you know, Hercules is a unit, but
oh yeah, I can look at that.
each of the components have their own depth rating.
And another one to the left.
And so depending on what types of things we have on board,
Hard to say. We're not close enough.
that can change how deep we're
Okay,
able
Wayne,
to
go ahead.
Zooming in.
Victor Gorgia. And a signature brittle star, Ophiuride brittle star there.
He's really
Curled all
corkscrewed around, isn't
yeah,
he?
he really is.
He's holding the thing together.
Oh, and a space helmet sponge.
Yeah, that's cool.
Space helmet sponge.
Doesn't it look like a space
Yeah,
helmet?
it does.
It does.
That's
That's not what they're
legit.
called, though, is it?
I don't think so.
Okay. You got my hopes up.
Oh, wow.
It's all sorts of life around here.
Yeah.
Anemones.
We need Chris Kelly here to.
I'm going to back
tell
up and check
us.
this anemone out. But you can stay in there, Wayne.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Beautiful. Okay, I got to go.
Okay, coming in.
Anemone cup coral. It has such a skinny held vent.
That's the boogie. That was a 3-for-1.
There's a big one down there,
There's
too.
an urchin.
Big
Anemone,
urchin.
I think.
Wow. That was like the social club.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna fish straight ahead.
Yeah.
Nice eyes. Big one.
Wow.
Love
Here we
it.
go. Push in.
Stand by.
That is huge.
That's a big rat tail.
What was it?
I'll chase him.
Looked like a rat tail.
Coryphaenoides.
That might be the one, Wayne.
Hmm?
That might be the one. That made
Okay.
the dust cloud.
Yeah, it's been following us. All right, zoom in, please.
It's been following.
And the little one next to him.
Mm-hmm.
That
Those
was
are
a rat
lasers.
tail.
Oh, it just looks like a tank.
Yeah.
Wow.
Gone.
And a
Oh,
little one
whoa.
down below.
An itty bitty little one.
Now you
Wait,
shrunk.
What?
Yeah.
Honey, I shrunk the fish.
Shrink ray. You went through the shrink ray lasers.
Whoa, what a superpower. Wow, we got a shape-shifting fish.
And on oh, you can still see it in Argus kind of swimming away from us.
Bye-bye. Have a nice day. Happy Monday. Happy Canada Day.
Do you think that little one was looking for his dad? That
Oh,
was it?
Just keep a tally.
maybe we just saved the little one from predation by the big one. I don't know. I don't know that that's true.
Bumping
Now we're just making up stories.
Thank you.
There are also a few folks writing in. We are designing a smaller ROV, mini Hercules, little Hercules.
It'll be great.
And Argus 2, which is a
Look at this.
slightly smaller version of Argus.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Wow. So cool.
Bathy patties.
Oh my god.
That'd be my guess too. And there's a branching one to the left,
Yeah.
just out of frame, and then a
That's
Rigorgia to the right.
Pretty special.
Beautiful black coral.
All right, stand by, Wayne. Stand by.
Standing by.
Let's go in there.
Okay, zooming in.
These look like ostrich pens. They're so cool.
Alright.
Great thing about bathypathy is these black corals. This one you can't see the dark skeleton because of the tissue over the top, but the skeletons are made of proteins. They're more flexible than the calcium carbonate skeletons or aragonite skeletons of some of these other corals. So you get that great arc,
Nice.
a little back
Okay.
bend in the coral.
Right, coming wide. Whoa.
Another one of those big sea pens.
Mm-hmm. Lots of
Bump
folks.
in, please.
And we go around in circles. Look at all these here.
Mm-hmm.
What's this thing between the rocks here?
The sea star, or what is that?
Push in there, please.
Pushing in.
Oh
Oh, crinoid.
Crinoid.
Oh, crinoid. Crack crinoid. Cracanoid. Okay, come wide.
Coming wide.
Crinoac.
There's another thing on here too.
Yep.
Push in, please.
Pushing in.
Primnoid.
Little guy.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, come wide again.
Coming wide.
I think it was just this. It was a fall away occlusion, not a going up occlusion.
There's something bigger on the other side, though.
Ominously.
No.
Oh, that looks like it'll be fun though. I love how clear the water is here, so the Argus shots are just great.
That's fantastic,
It's
isn't it?
amazingly clear.
I mean, even the Herc shot, wow, that Argus shot is
Yeah,
awesome.
yeah.
But even being able to kind of like peek over the ledge here and look down into the sand flat, or into the sediment flat.
Mhm.
Is the deep sea not always clear like this?
Totally not, no.
Yeah.
A lot of, what do you call it, flocculent?
Yeah, it just really
We're usually
depends
a bit
where
more
you are.
coastal, though. So a lot of that
Totally,
could be
yep.
rivers.
Or just the productivity of the mixing.
Mhm.
We've been spending a lot of time along the, Eastern Pacific margin, so near the upwelling, coast of California, Oregon. Lots of our expeditions have been there.
Look at the shape of this
Look at the shapes,
microglyph.
it's gorgeous.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
How would you describe that?
Uh-oh.
They're low bait pillows,
Mm-hmm.
kind of tilted.
What? It?
I know what Trevor's
Melted?
thinking.
Tilted?
Tilted.
Tilted.
I was thinking if it's a pinball machine, it would read tilt.
No, I was thinking, is there going to be enough space down there to fit?
Oh, that's also a question.
I think it's not enough.
No.
Oh, wow.
Nice little sponge in there, though. Hello.
Yeah.
Crinoid.
So interesting, such a difference between that like really stark
All right.
drop-off clip, and now this one, which has just a bit more of a rounded, sediment-coated lip on the edge of it.
The twisties? Masculines?
So in the coastal deep sea, is there more diversity and abundance than what we're seeing here, and more biomass because of the increased nutrients from the terrestrial input?
Bump in, please, Wayne.
There's definitely more biomass in
Bumping.
coastal
Yeah.
regions.
That'll be really interesting as
I think
Yeah,
we
but
Nautilus
not
explores
really.
more.
We aren't in a lot of environments that are these the same type of kind of coral community. So
No.
there's also a oxygen gradient that was really important. That becomes really important there. We certainly see corals, but I feel like these big gardens are not what we're typically encountering.
I guess I was wondering, just because tropical waters are so oligotrophic, low in nutrients, which is why
Yeah.
corals have kind of developed this symbiotic relationship with zooxanthellae, or one of the reasons, which really allows them to survive in these low nutrients. And just kind of wondered if we see similar issues with low nutrients in the deep sea in these waters.
Yeah, I think that would be a really interesting conversation of Steve up here for. We had started talking a little bit, he and I were just sort of looking at the Central Pacific and talking through a few of his hypotheses, and I was curious what was happening sort of off the coastal, from sort of mid to south coast of South America as far as coral, deep sea coral diversity goes. And we were talking about any expeditions that we knew in that area, and although the productivity is really high, and you'd think that kind of all these multiple drivers, like here in the equatorial Pacific, you have big blooms and more snow, marine snow coming down, so that's an indicator that you may have more food availability down in the deep sea, and that may help drive some of these coral communities. But there also can be these big swings in oxygen as a result, and we were looking right at the margin in South America, and there's a lot of anoxic water really close up. And Steve, I'm just brushing over the surface. You'd be able to talk a lot more eloquently about it, but said that they think that constrains some of the diversity and abundance there. That there certainly are, some low oxygen tolerant deep sea corals, but most of them don't do particularly well. So
Curly Q end again.
yeah, cool.
Low oxygen just because of limited mixing.
Yeah, I think so. And some of the,
That's not gonna work.
Oh, a quick zoom.
Sure, we can have a good zoom if you want.
I
Go ahead.
think some of the blooms
Zooming out.
That
also,
looks like a bamboo.
and oxygen minimum zones
Yeah.
extending down into that kind of prime coral
Oh,
zone.
yeah. Mm.
So any seamounts that are
That's a
poking
nice
up to those to the depths where we typically find corals are also right in the oxygen minimum zone.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Look at those stalk on that. That's a big base.
Yeah.
A big stalk. Stocky.
That's a nice one where you can really clearly see those dark bands.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks for making it easy for us, Coral.
Oh, dead over there.
Oh,
Oh,
and alive.
No predator though.
Wow.
somebody fell off.
Is there one at the very end?
Maybe is
No.
that? Would that be it? Would it be eaten and then fall off?
Oh, I mean the predator could have fallen off.
That's what I mean. Yeah.
Yeah. Got too full. Lost the grip.
Huh. Cool.
Yeah, I don't know.
Interesting. You really
Could be.
see the bands where it's stripped
Yeah.
away like
Yeah,
that.
absolutely.
Hasn't really gotten
Okay, I got a
colonized
mosey.
with anything else.
Bump. Was the tray out?
Nope.
The porch. Okay.
White sea cucumber there. Do any of us get to name new species?
There's a curly Q
No, I
left.
don't think so.
Yeah.
It's a big one.
Yeah, I already
curly
scored you a nice one. We are not none of us are taxonomists as a specialty, and those are the types of scientists that generally get to name and describe new species. Takes a lot of work. Work often happens years, sometimes decades after an expedition. There are specialists that work just within, one family of corals, and will just work on identifying those and naming them. There are tens of thousands of samples in museums around the world that have not been described yet. There's a big backlog because there's just not a lot of taxonomists out there who have specialties in the deep sea. So if you are interested in naming new species, if you love solving puzzles and looking at details and
Zoom in, please.
Okay. Zooming in.
doing the kind of puzzles where you look for things, you know, how are things similar and how are they dissimilar? Yeah, that would be
Can you get closer to that?
really cool.
Yeah.
A really cool path to follow. It's knobby like a bubblegum coral.
It is, but it's yellow.
Yeah, so interesting.
I think we collected this yesterday, but I'm
think you're right.
not sure. Okay, thanks.
All right, come on.
Come on.
Yeah, there have been a few species named based on Nautilus work. I can just think of a couple offhand. The lasagna sponge from, common name, obviously, from Olympic Coast National Marine Sanctuary. They named Cordell Bank National Marine Sanctuary expedition from 2 years ago. They've named 2 sponges out of that expedition. And Dr. Ballard has a species named after him. So.
There's a fish.
Fish.
Sporty fish.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's a big bamboo coral dead ahead.
You know it?
Or no, it's a curlicue. Big one.
Wow.
It is not.
This is not the last dive of our Simone Clipper expedition. We are planning 2, maybe 3 more dives at
zoom in,
Jarvis
please.
Island.
Zoom in.
So it'll take us about a day to get down there after we recover this dive at about 4 a.m. local time, or in about a little more than 5 hours left in this dive.
Whoa.
It'll take us a day, good chunk of a day to get down to Jarvis, and then we're planning 2 or 3 more dives down there. So lots more exploration yet to come. It's so gorgeous.
Little shrimp.
It's a shrimp, yeah.
Nice shot. I like it in that darker background.
Yeah.
Oh, boom. Okay. Bump.
What's this one?
Something in the
Yeah.
distance.
That looks like a beauty.
That's not sand? No,
We'll find
it's
out.
not.
Mm-mm.
It's different. That's for sure.
Is it a sponge? It's a coral. I can't tell yet.
I don't know.
It's. I'm going for coral. Just looking at the base.
Look at the base, yeah.
Yeah, that branch on the far side looks really dense, though. You see.
That is an old coral.
You have to wait 30 seconds or so for Argus to catch up, then I'll be able to get in for a zoom there.
Looks like a crinoid hanging on it too.
And there's a huge Iridogorgia in the back. You can just see it kind of like a shadow. It's in the upper right
Upper
corner.
right, yeah.
It's weird.
Okay, I should have enough tether now. Go ahead and zoom in, please.
Zooming in.
Gosh, the polyps are almost like plates. Oh,
Uh,
no,
it
it's
is
a
a
sponge.
sponge.
Wow.
That would be why. I
Oh,
was like,
wow.
why is it so dense? The ruffly edges.
Okay.
Gorgeous.
It is gorgeous. Yeah, it's really nice.
It's a huge sponge.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so cool. Wake up, Chris Kelly. Tell us what it is.
You know, we haven't really seen one like this yet.
Yeah. I thought I saw a carcass of one
Yeah.
a little
Maybe,
bit ago.
yeah.
That's what it was.
It's a beautiful glass sponge. The skeletal pieces here are silica, just like a pane of a window. Yeah.
See, this is mainly silica, is that true?
Mm-hmm.
So does that mean it's mainly like sand? Like, no, but I mean,
Yeah, like
the same kind of
like glass strands. Like instead of
Right.
yeah, the
Quartzy.
cool.
yeah, like the corals are made up of those individual little bands of calcium carbonate, and that helps ID them. These spicule shape can also help ID different types of sponges. So, you know, looking all the way down to what shape or and size are the individual little glass strands inside the skeleton.
Let's do a bigger push in on the base there.
Okay.
Go down a little bit.
Would you want to sample this one?
I don't know. We don't really have much of a mandate for sampling the sponges. I mean, I know he sampled some.
Look at all the life that it supports too. All the stuff living on it.
Mm-hmm.
Incredible little shrimps.
It's
And
like a
There's a
condo.
one in there too.
yeah, I'll say.
So one of the ways that they are, you know, really create habitat structure is letting animals get up out of the bottom boundary layer. So as currents move along the seafloor, they get sort of slowed down and slogged down right in contact with the seafloor, running into things. And so if you are a suspension feeder, it is advantageous to get up a little bit off the bottom topography to catch what's effectively an accelerated current or just a full speed current. So corals and sponges become really important for all the associates that they help support, in that they can help facilitate more effective filter feeding, as well as, you know, maybe attract your prey potentially. That's really interesting on the back too.
There's a lot going on here.
Uh-huh.
I didn't notice that crack.
Yeah.
Yeah, look at
How
that.
it starts, it's a fracture, and then it never heals.
Yeah.
It just,
Now there's two competing condo buildings.
Mm-hmm.
very nice. Coming wide.
Thanks, man. Great job on that one.
Teamwork.
Looked really good. Yeah.
Yeah, sponges pull silica from the water column. They don't pick up sand or digest the sand
That was a
in
crampy
the
one.
same way. In the same way, corals need to be able to pull aragonite or calcium carbonate from the water and rely on advantageous water chemistry, not too acidic, not too basic. The same is true of silica concentration and the chemical reactions that pull down silica. Those are some of the big questions for a lot of biologists about climate and about establishing baseline is how will warmer oceans change that ocean chemistry. It'll change some of the depth where the ideal chemistry, which is a ratio of several chemicals together, where will that best, you know, prime zone for aragonite saturation, and where will the limits to that be? Where will it become harder for corals or for sponges to lay down their skeletons? So I like this question. Team, is it still really cold in the control room?
Yes.
Yes.
No.
Do you need some of our cold air, Trevor? Want me to blow some over there?
Sure, yeah, please.
Okay, great.
Thanks.
Get a little box fan action.
I don't feel my feet. Is that a bad sign?
It really is lovely in this corner.
The control van microclimates.
Yeah, we have a gourmet over here.
Though I
Not
did put on
deluxe.
pants for the first time in 2 weeks.
I am, yeah. How many layers are you wearing, Suna?
3. 2 pairs of socks.
Yeah. What's really funny is we've changed the, you know, in the last couple of years we've added different air conditioning solutions here to the control van. It used to be that the navigators had the coldest, absolute coldest seat in the whole room.
It was brutal.
Yeah,
Yeah.
full bore. And now different kinds of chillers are in here, and our navigators are all toasty tropical. The whole front row are just wearing t-shirts right now.
T-shirt, shorts,
I'm in a hoodie.
Oh, okay. I can't see you. You're leaned back behind the big Herc chair. But yeah, t-shirts and shorts. Suna's wearing 2 pairs of socks. I have like one of those neck buff things that can, you know, pull up over your ears. We're pretty soft.
You have your own air conditioner there too,
I
right?
do. And it's not designed for people, it's designed for computers. And Wayne and I are sitting in front of a very large rack of electronic equipment that
It's generating heat.
yeah, generating a lot of heat. So the air conditioner right over Wayne and my head blows cold air directly on the racks, and then it bounces off right back into our faces.
Yeah, the air conditioner's not really for us.
No, they're not.
It's
They're
not at all, nope.
yeah. I always tell everyone when I give my briefing to our education program participants, say that the control van is air conditioned for computer comfort, not human comfort.
I thought it was to be for solidarity with deep sea organisms.
Yeah, phase 2 is coming next year is the pressurized
Yeah.
van.
Yeah, we're dropping it down to 37.
Cabin
next year.
pressure.
And we're just gonna throw cold water on you while you're standing on.
That happened earlier today.
Getting dripped on earlier.
Phase 2 has started.
Yes. It's a soft opening to phase 2. We're trialing it on a few key team members.
Is that a purple?
Is it a witch?
It's
Purple
purple
girl
to the
there.
left
Yeah.
of the...
We'll get over there in a sec here.
Where'd all our
It's a
holothureans
fluffy
go?
purple thing.
A flurple.
There's a couple of fluffy things around here.
Yeah, there are.
Okay, go ahead and zoom there.
Okay, zooming in.
Victor Gorgia. It fascinates me that you never see these
We
without
know-
an
we know
Epheroid
this guy?
associate. Victor Gorgia.
Okay. Coming wide. What were the other ones?
There's an Iridic Gorgia, a pink spirally one.
Yeah, it's
Up
just out of
to
view
the
And the
now.
yellow
right. Yeah,
one.
just about a view.
Uh,
Actually, to the left of
One
the
up.
lasers is where the
There it is.
That's-
where the
And there's, 2
Oh,
more up top.
another one.
Oh, another spirally one, yeah.
yeah, they're all over.
they're
There's a whole
everywhere.
bunch.
We're surrounded.
They've got us surrounded.
They're flanking us.
Do corals ever
Serpentine.
move once they're based off of somewhere?
Mm-mm.
If they move, they die?
Yep.
There you go. The more I know. I guess like a tree.
Yeah. Like a tree.
But the stock crinoids, they can move.
I don't know about the stocked ones. The other ones absolutely can. They can pick up their hold fast and swim.
Okay.
Anemones can move.
Fish.
Tripod.
Yeah, anemones can cartwheel, which is
There's a fish.
awesome.
There is one.
Just hanging out.
Strictly
He's
chilling.
he's acting like a rock.
Can't even tell the difference. You zoom in, please.
Zooming in.
Wait, that's not a
You'll
rock at
never
all.
know we're here.
This one's side on to the slope. That's a change.
He didn't get the memo.